Okay, my brothers and sisters, good morning. Okay. My lecture will be today on continuously about the Cetasika. To study Cetasikas is more important even to understand easily about the Ceta. Because our Ceta will be classified according to Cetasika. So first we must understand Cetasika. Then how to classify the Ceta we will understand. Because our Cetasikas verify the Cetas. It is a Cetasika that verifies Ceta. So first we must know what is Cetasika. Yesterday I explained briefly the universal, page number 38. Page number 38. The universal, Anya Samana. Anya means other, Samana means common. Common to other. Common to others. That associated with all Cetas. Universal Anasamana. Anasamana altogether 30. 30 Anasamana is classified into two, universal and particular. Universal are 7. Phassa, Vedana, Sanya, Cetana, Ekagata, Cetandriya, Manasika. These Cetasika are the actions of Ceta. Actions of Ceta. Without these Cetasika, Ceta alone cannot act. Cannot alone act. Like that, if we have no organs, for example, if we have no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no other limbs, how to act? We cannot act. Just the body is cannot act. Through leg we can walk. Through eye we can see. Through ear we can hear. Through nose we can get a smell. Through tongue we can get a taste. So without these, we cannot act such a thing. Cannot communicate external object. That is very clear to apply our life. Like that, Ceta also have organs. Phassa. The order is not important here. That is just teaching order, not arising order. Order is two, teaching order and arising order. Serial number. Phassa come first, Vedana follow, not like that. Not like that. This order is just teaching order. Because they are arising together, ceasing together. Okay? Arising together, ceasing together. Therefore, the order is not important, but we must know universe has 7. Phassa, contact, Vedana, feeling, Sanya, perception, or noting. Noting and knowing. Complete words. Noting and knowing. The Cetana, motivation, Ekagata, one-pointedness, Cetandriya, faculty of mental state, Manasika, attention. So such a nature, whenever we aware an object, without these 7 is impossible. So to clarify the meaning, let me use diagrams. They are working together with the object. Working together with the object. Without an object, they cannot arise. When objects come into being, they arise. So, it's necessary is to arise Chaita. You remember, depending on I and visible object, I consciousness arises. Don't forget this Buddha's teachings and Saitandika. As an introduction, I explained this in detail, how Chaita arises. Now I want to classify these. You see, I is base. Visible object is object. So, in Pali it is called Vuttu Aramana. Like that. Before I explain, I am visible object, depending on I am visible object. That is just specialized only I. Here is all object, depending on all object and base. Consciousness arises. So we must understand this. Must be the arising, the conditions of arising consciousness is dependent on object and base. Object and base. That is the cause and conditions of mind. Without the object, without the base, no consciousness, no Chaitasikas arises. No Chaitasikas arises. So, when arises, all Chaita and Chaitasikas, that is as a minimum necessary 8 mental phenomena. 8 mental phenomena. Chaita, Phassa, Vedana, Sanya, Cetana, Ekagata, Chivitanya, Manasika, altogether 8. These 8 phenomena work together with the object. With the object. So, according to their function, we must know what is Chaita's function. Chaita's, we can say Chaita leads, because without a Chaita, the other Chaitasika cannot arise. Therefore, in Dhammavada, you know in Dhammavada, the first verse, Mano Pubbangama Dhamma. Dhamma has as a foreigner, Dhamma has as a foreigner, Dhamma has mind as their foreigner. So, middle stage has mind as their foreigner. That is the meaning. Foreigner. Yet, one is precede. Mind Chaita precede. Chaita precede all mental state. That is it. Chaita precede Pubbangama. Pubbangama, Chaitas precede. Okay? That is the meaning. Chaita leads on. Like that train. This is everybody knows a train. So there are many coaches, but only one is a lead, or following. Like that, Chaita, this one. Chaita leads to Chaitasika. But they are running together, move together. But Chaita leads. Why it is said, without a Chaita, Chaitasika has no chance to rise. Therefore it leads. But rising together they. Without a Chaita, Chaitasika cannot arise. But without a Chaitasika, Chaita alone cannot act, cannot perform its function. So, in this way we should know they are mutual relation each other between them. Cause and effect is a mutual relation. They are going in patana, Sahajata Pachaya. Sahajata Pachaya. Sahajata means born together. One lead, the other follows. Another lead, the other follows. Sahajata Pachaya. 24 conditions, and this is Sahajata Pachaya. Sahajata Pachaya is this meaning. For example, here, Chaita is a condition, the other's effect. Phassa is a condition, the other's effect. Vedana is a condition, the other's effect. We cannot say only Chaita is cause, the other's effect. We cannot say like that. All are mutual relation, depending on each other. Depending on each other. Like that, in the table, have 4 legs. These 4 legs depend on each other to make a balance. We cannot say, oh, this side of leg is more important, that side of leg is more important. We cannot say all are important, equally important. Equally important. But how we say Manopupankama? Why the Buddha said Manopupangama? Mind, lead, or mental state. Why the Buddha said? Because without the mind, without the consciousness, Citta-Sikkha cannot arise. That is the reason. As long as Citta does not come into being, Citta-Sikkha cannot come into being. Therefore, it is called Pupangama, foreigner. Mind is foreigner. But not minds come fast to the others, not like the meanings, but they rise together. So, these 8 mental phenomena, how to work together with their object. They have a different functions. We must study one by one. In Nakam, there's a C and Nakam. That is a Citta. Okay? Citta, without the Citta-Sikkha, its function is characteristic is one thing. What is its characteristic? In awareness of object. Just aware. Just aware means cannot experience, cannot contact, cannot concentrate, cannot attend. Just aware. According to function, you must know. But to aware the object, Citta need the help of Citta-Sikkha. Like that, to walk, we need the help of eye and leg, body. Without the eye, walk is difficult, cannot be normal. Without the leg, we cannot walk. They working together like that. When Citta is aware of an object. Phassa is a contact Citta to the object. When Phassa contacted Citta can aware the object. Without a contact to the object, without a Phassa, Citta alone cannot aware the object. But different function. We should contemplate it in this way. We should contemplate it. Phassa's characteristic is just contact to, touch to the object. Touching to the object. Contact to the object. Contact the object. Then Vedana experience the object. It is a own characteristic, experiencing the object. Without a Vedana, no Citta can experience. We say, through Vedana, Citta experience the object. Citta, aware of the object, experience the object. Without a Vedana, experience such a nature cannot be known. Sanya. Without a sanya, Citta cannot note, cannot perceive the object. Therefore, sanya's function is noting the object. Now you are noting on the paper, on the notebooks. That is for what? After class you will read again to remember. Just noting. Sanya's nature is like that. Mentally noted. Not physically noted. Mentally noted. Mental notes are also very powerful in meditation. Very powerful. So sanya, cetana. Cetana means stimulate all phasa to contact, vedana to feel. Cetanas stimulate all. Cetana is like that, encouraged. Do your function, do your function. Don't be lazy. Cetanas are like encouraged. So that is also necessary. The stimulation, motivation. That is a cetana. Therefore, this cetana is the Buddha has explained karma. Action is because of cetana. Cetana ham bhikkhave karma brahma. For monks, it is a karma, it is a cetana to be called karma in Buddha's teaching. I declare cetana as a karma because of karma is action. The action without a cetana impossible. Cetana, through cetana, action appeared. Therefore, the Buddha said, cetana is karma. You see, phasa also not necessary to develop. Vedana also not necessary to develop. According to cause and condition, it is sometimes developed, sometimes not developed. Depending on cause and condition. Especially within meditation, we should not develop these things. We should not cultivate. Depending on object, phasa arises, vedana arises, depending on object. You see, vedana is 5 kinds of vedana. Pleasant feeling, mental pleasant feeling, bodily pleasant feeling, physical pleasant feeling, physical pain, mental pain, and different feeling. So vedana have 5 aspects. They are dependent on object, depending on one's attention. It's according to aspect vedana arises. Only just to contemplate. No need to develop vedana. Like a panya. Panya need to develop. Vedana not necessary to develop. Just to know, to realize it as a object. So, phasa, vedana, sanya, cetana. Sanya also to contemplate. Sanya also very important. Therefore, 5 brigade the Buddhas mentioned, especially sanya. Because of sanya, when sanya, depending on sanya, vedana is changes. Vedana arises. So, sanya means noting. Noting is sometimes wrong. I always experience, sometimes I write A, but appeared B. Am I right then sometimes? You see, that is got by mistake, misprinted. Sanya is not sure. Sometimes many people maybe experience, some people, when they meet on the way some person, they think, oh, he's my friend. But when approached, it is not a friend. By mistake, they greet. By mistake, they call a name. This experience is, yeah, by mistake.
Sometimes you see, even in Myanmar there is some monks, by mistake, they wear the others' slippers. But they think it's old. They are old. But others are slippers. So that is because of Sanya. Sanya is not always correct. That is called Sanya Vipassanā. Sanya Vipassanā. It's close to illusion. Illusion. That is an illusion. Sometimes some paintings are deceive the people. And there's a story, you see. You see, everybody knows noodles. Some noodles are round shape. It is looking like an earthworm. In Myanmar, it's the same name given Mokti, D. Earthworm is D, Burmese Diga, earthworm. This Mokti means something eatable food. This is looking like the earthworm. So, one day the merchants in those days, they went to another village to sell their property, to sell their things. So, in the darks, when sunset, after sunset, they reached the remote village, the villages in remote areas. On that day, the people arranged the rice and curries to provide to the people. Whoever visited, they offered as a dana. So when the merchant arises at the village, they give a lunch with this rice and curries. So the visitors, they are hungry, therefore they eat. The soup is very good soup, very sweet. So they think this is a noodle soup. They drink, and a lot of also more. They keep. People are very generosity, therefore they give. They keep and put their box. They keep. In the morning, they want to drink for breakfast. They prepared. At that time, they find out that this one earthworm. The soup is made of earthworms, not a noodle. At that time, they vomit. Night time, they think this is very good soup today. Morning, they say this is an earthworm. Sanya. Sanya. Night time is very good because of there's no light. Light is not enough. They think that this is a noodle. Sanya is noted as a noodle, therefore very good. When Sanya changes, that is earthworm. They vomit. It's a cost to vomit. Sanya, this one. If you can change Sanya, you see, Venerable Mahakassapa. You know the Mahakassapa is the third disciple of the Buddha, who lead the first Buddhist synod, Buddhist council, first Buddhist council. He led. So this Venerable Mahakassapa, one day he went for alms of food. On roadside, there is a leper eating his food. Leper. And his body is with leprosy. Very serious, very leprosy. He has a great saddha when he sees Venerable Mahakassapa. He wants to offer his food to him. So Venerable Mahakaspa standing near him. From his cap dish, he put his food to Venerable Mahakaspa's bowl. At that time, one of his fingers, there's a no sense that it is loose, together with on the food it is. But Venerable Mahakaspa placing and eat this one. No vomit, it did not cause vomit. Because Venerable Mahakaspa changes his sanya. He think about only Paramattha. Oh, this is fingers of the lepers, is Patavi Dhatu. Food also Patavi Dhatu. He not differentiated these two things. Differentiate. Never differentiate. But then this is the same things. There is also eight inseparable material quality. Food also eight inseparable material quality. Just a name. This is fingers of the leper. That is a rice and garlic. Just a name. This is a concept. But in ultimate sense, they are the same. It does not occur. That is in Sotanta. It's a mention. They can control their mind. They can control their mind. Mind followed them, but they never followed their mind. Because our hands can control their mind. Mind must follow their wish. So, Venerable Mahakaspa changes his mind. Can change his mind. Therefore, does not cause to commit vomit. Otherwise, it is vomit. Apaticuli particular sanji in Spanish. Apaticuli particular sanji. Apaticula means is the things should not be discarded. It's not discarded. They think this is discarded. Apaticuli particular sanji. What is discarded, they change their mind not to discard. Dirty things are not dirty things. Impurities are not impurities. Impurities change in purity. They can change in their mind. So there is just a mind. In Myanmar there is, according to wish, is possible. So in Myanmar there is a saying, Kotin Kadin Shunan. Go women Barabiana. Kotin Kadin Shunan. If someone assumes.
Someone assumes a simple get like a throne, it's a better thing to do. It's quite okay and depends on yourself.
So it's someone.
So even if, let's say you are sleeping on a very simple cot, what you would think is Queen Elizabeth's throne, and from your mind, it becomes its throne.
So this is just a change in us. Even small hat, they think this is my palace. Hat is become palace in mind. That is a good thing. So sanya is in this way. So according to sanya, this story is mentioned. According to sanya, feeling arises. Therefore, sanya khanda, to contemplate the sanya, to remove, to contemplate as a meditation object. The Buddha has explained in Haitrika Sanya Khanda. Because of, depending on sanya, Vedanas arises. Depending on Vedana, craving arises. Therefore, we have attachment to samsara. We are wandering in samsara. It's a very long time. These natures are to contemplate very important, to remove them, to remove cause. Otherwise, we cannot attain the nirvana without removing, without without a removing attachment, you cannot attain. So, the Buddha has a special purpose for that. So, Phassa, Vedana, Sanya, Cetana. So, okay, these are. Cetana, encouragement, good motivation. This Cetana is universal, good impact. Some Cetanas good, some Cetanas are bad. Not all Cetanas are good. Ekagadam is one point in this. That is should be developed. Ekagata should be developed. When Ekagata developed, it is become Samadhi. So Samadhi, Ekagata. Samadhi, the source of Samadhi is Ekagata, here, universal Cetasika. This is Cetasika systematically with the object must be developed. When developed, it is called Samma Samadhi, right concentration. Then Chivitendriya, just to be known, faculty of mental life, not necessary to develop. So nothing to work with it. Manasika, attention. There is also wise attention, unwise attention is making mind. There is so these 7 universal Cetasikas are source of mind. Without these 7, we cannot say mind. We cannot say mind. We cannot reduce 8 to be 7 or to be 6. They are inseparable mental state. You remember, material quality inseparable is also 8. Mental phenomena inseparable also 8. 1 Ceta and 7 Cetasika. Okay? They are inseparable. Why they are inseparable? Without these 7 mental states, Ceta cannot contact. Ceta cannot aware of the object. Or are working with these objects. So, we must know in this way, they have different functions. Through Phassa, Citta contact the object. Through Vedana, Citta experience. Through Sanya, Citta is noted here. Through Cetanas, all are interrelated. Yeah. Through Manasikara, it is attached. There is a just protect. So they are working together. All are work with the object. All are work with the object. If it's something like cannot move, cannot act, mental action is impossible. Like that, a machine or car. When someone drives a car, it's running on the road. So, all conditions are mutual relations. Drivers are just driving. Its function is just driving. Driver cannot walk, cannot perform the petrol's function. Driver cannot move on like in the wheel. Driver cannot work the functions of petrol. The driver cannot work the functions of engine. Driver cannot work the functions of battery. So everything said is function. They do their functions. They perform their functions. Like that. All Cetasikas are working together. But you may think it's possible to contemplate it in this way. It's difficult because our mind is so quick. Mind is so quick. If you cannot contemplate these all things, you may contemplate Phassa, you may contemplate Vedana, all of them. you may contemplate in meditation, because of when it is increased more and more, you contemplate one. Therefore, Vedana Vipassana, this Vedana. The others are Dhamma Vipassana, including in Dhamma Vipassana. Chaitanya Vipassana about the Chitta. Chaitanya Vipassana also, not only Chitta arises together, Chitta-Siddha. Vedana Vipassana also, not only Vedana arises the others, but we point out only one. Which is more. But if we do not analyze in this way, but we can contemplate such a natures arising together and working together with the object. We must know about that. Like that, if we are not mechanics, we cannot know all part of the machines. We cannot know all part of the machine. But we can use. The driver is, if a driver is not know, not understand, not knowledge of all part of machine, but at least he must know how to drive. If you know how to drive, you can reach where you want to go. Like that, meditators at least must know how to drive. How do these dhammas work? At least necessary to know. If you don't know all functions, but must know how to drive. If it's so, why this analysis is necessary? Because to make sure there is no permanent entity or working together. Only phenomena alone arises. Because we have the idea, soul idea or spirit idea. Within us there is a permanent entity, soul or spirit. It controls everything. According to Indian religions, many religions hold the soul idea. Including, you see, Buddhist teachings are also Indian philosophies. Buddhism also Indian philosophy. Apart from Buddhism, almost all religions strongly hold soul theories, atta. All of them hold soul theories. Hinduism, other religions, other views, Sankhya philosophy, you see, Jainism, all philosophies hold the soul theories. Without the soul, they cannot explain. Even karma, they explain it through soul. Karma sully the soul. Karma bind the soul. They explain in this way. All are soul. Sankhya is Prakriti, is Purisha. Two sources mentioned, two phenomena mentioned. This one phenomenon is a soul. So all philosophies are depending on soul. But the Buddhas make sure there is no soul at all. You see, mind is only, one is a Chaita. Chaita is a dependent on its condition, no permanent entity. The other is a Phassa. Phassa is just contact. There is also no Atta. Vedana. Vedana is just Vedana, not Atta. Not I, not my property. Sanya. Sanya also phenomenon. There is not I, not my property. Ekaka, Chaitana. Chaitana also just phenomenon. Not mine, not I, not my property. To remove such a views of the Buddha's explain, analyze these things. To make sure there is no permanent entity, there is nothing to point out as a I or my properties. Because all are depending on conditions, rise and fall. Appear, disappear, appear, disappear. how to control, how to catch them, how to keep them. Cannot keep them. Because of always move on. Momentary. How to catch them? We cannot catch them. We cannot keep them. That is the meaning. You remember the other days I explained Hotawa, Ahotawa, Sambodhi, Hotawa, Patiwanti. Before arising, they never exist anywhere. After rising, depending on condition, they has gone forever. So, how to keep them? You cannot keep them. You may think I'm keeping my bodies in meditation kutis. Last year also I practiced meditation here. Next year also I plan to come here. But not the same. Not the same things. Momentary, just momentary. But process is remaining. That's the process. Process is concept. That's one. Process concept. So they are working in this way, we must understand. So after that, another mental phenomena, another mental state, particular.
Altogether.
Some chetas have more mental state. Some chetas has more mental state. The weakest mind, as a minimum, as a eye consciousness, ear consciousness, nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, body consciousness. These 10 Vijnanas associated only 7, universal 7. They are the weakest mind. Weak, not strong. They are not strong. Mental actions, mental properties are only 7 they have. But some chetas are more. More action, more mental state. So you know this 38. In 38, particular enyasamana that is associated with it, some of chetas is further subdivided into 6. Number 1, Vitaka. Vitaka translations initial application. Initial application. Vichara, sustained application. Adhimokha, decision. Viriya, effort. Piti, joy. Chanda, willingness or wish to do. Willingness or wish to do. So, here, initial application. This is a vitaka. Some chetas are necessary to think about the object. Chakku Vijnana cheta, when eye consciousness arises, it arises together only 7, not vitaka. Therefore, they have little power, little energy. Eye consciousness is just little power, little energy. No mental, only a little mental state. Just a contact, experience, feelings are also not pleasant feelings, indifferent feelings. Just a source. Just they have only mental source. Not clear. Just a possibility like that. Just a source. As a source. Not actions, so appears. Not clear. So, this is vitaka. Vitaka means mind carry on to the object. Metaphorically, I explain. Okay? Vitaka carries mind, carries a cheta to the object. Like vitaka is a vehicle. Like a vehicle. Through vitaka, context is another way. Okay? Just a touch. That is, mind is the vitaka carries cheta to the object. That is in common language we can say thought. Thought. I think. Think means repeatedly consideration. When Vitaka arises, this Vitaka carried to your home. Your body is now classroom, but your mind is in your home. Because Vitaka carried your mind to the home. Is it that? Vitaka is carried. If you think about your place, so Vitaka carried there. So that is Vitaka. But translation is an initial application. Initial application. As a commentaries explain, like a person who is quite familiar with the king. So a friend never have a key to the palace. He's a stranger, just a stranger. He never know the king. But depending on his friend, he can meet the king. Like that, depending on Vitaka, Chaita can approach the object. So therefore, Vitaka carried Chaita to the object. When this Vitaka is with a good condition, good object, this Vitaka called Samma Sankappa. Samma Sankappa. When this Vitaka is developed and to work with a good object, it's become jhana factor. So some Vitakas are very good, very important. Some Vitakas are not important. Regarding Vitaka, I must explain 3 types of Vitakas, or 6 types of Vitakas. Good and bad. Some Vitakas are good, some Vitakas are not good. In common language we can say evil thought, good thought. Evil thought, good thought. Regarding to Vitaka. You should understand in this way. The Chaita has more factors. At least the Chaita must be 7 factors, 7 organs. Some Chaitas have more organs. So okay. Now Vitaka. I want to talk about this Vitaka now. This Vitaka. So this Vitakas work more than these. Phasa Vedana Sanya Chetanas, more than these Vitakas function. This Vitaka carried these Chetas towards the object. So this Vitaka, evil thought and good thought, we should say. I say evil thought. Kama Vitaka. Yavara Vitaka. And we hate something. There is evil thoughts. 3 evil thoughts. So how Vitaka arises within us? But don't think Vitaka alone arises. We must talk about only one. But Vitaka arises together with the Chetas and other phenomena, other mental states. So Kama Vitaka. What is Kama Vitaka? Kama means sensual pleasure. Sensual pleasure. Vitaka means thought in common language. And philosophical terms are initial application. Initial applications of philosophy. So, in common language, we can use simple language. Thought. Vitaka is a thought. Evil thought. Yeah. Kama vitaka means thought for sensual pleasure. That is a kama vitaka. Like that. I think I must go to sightseeing. This idea, I think, such a thought appeared within us. Sometimes, not sometimes, always. Most times. Mostly we think about it like, today I must eat delicious food. Yes, maybe this food is not good enough. I must go restaurant or hotel. Think, thought appeared in this way. I must see, I must hear, I must listen the pop music using the recorder playing set and ear aid. I saw when I was in America, I saw a gentleman. He's a driving car. He wearing the hearing aid. As a pop music, maybe I think pop music is he listening. In traffic light, he stopped. But his body is a jumping. It's like as long as the traffic light is red, he stopped and it's jumping inside. The whole body is shaking. He never cared other cars, the other people were looking at. So, sensual pleasure, you see. I must listen to the pop music or the beautiful music. Such an idea, such a thought is called karma vitaka. This is karma vitaka. Because of sensual pleasure, thought for sensual pleasure, all type of sensual pleasure. Sensual pleasure means you see, seeing, hearing, or listening, and tasting, smelling, touching. This is sensual pleasure. Such a sensual pleasure, to enjoy such a pleasure, the idea appears, such a thought is a karma vitaka. Yeah. Why karma vitaka is called evil thought? Because through the karma vitaka we cannot free from suffering, we cannot attain nirvana. We are far from Dhamma. Therefore it's called evil. We are out of the way of Dhamma. We are not online on Dhamma. We are outline on Dhamma. Therefore, evil thought. Not because of evil thought means not because of the common peoples. Common peoples, there is no form. Everybody have a right. There is a human right to listen for music. This is a human right. To eat good food. To choose good, that is my right, they say. That is my right or my life. Isn't that? I must enjoy with my eyes. That is my life, my right, people say. I have a chance. I have a right to listen whatever I want. So, why it is a use evil thought? Because we are outline, we are offline on Dhamma. Therefore evil. We will be in samsara. We will be suffered. We will feel suffering. Therefore it's an evil thought said. Is it that? Not because of the other points. Referring to Dhamma, we are offline, not online. So out of Dhamma. So that is not. good thought. So such a thought is called Kama Vitaka. Kama Vitaka. The Buddha said you should not accept Kama Vitaka if you wish to attain Nirvana. If you happy in samsara, you can do that is your right. That is your right. That is a human right. Human right, man right, woman right. Just enjoy. We can enjoy with our eye, we can enjoy with our ear, seeing or hearing. So our right. But depending on Dhamma, regarding to Dhamma, we will be far from Dhamma. Therefore, that is the Buddha said, that is evil thought, Kama Vitaka. This is Vyavara Vitaka. Vyavara Vitaka means thought with hatred. Thought with hatred. Some people also have hatred. I hate that man. I use abusive word. I will tell him. So, some people are angry with the person. He's always thinking about him. Thinking about him with the hatred. I dislike him. I never be patient. Many times I'm patient. This time I cannot be patient. So such a thought is Vyavara Vitaka. Vyavara Vitaka. Vyavara Vitaka. Vyavara Vitaka. Vyavara Vitaka. Vyavara Vitaka. When there's a Vyavara Vitaka influence our mind, we cannot sleep well. The whole night keep awake. Some people cannot sleep. Therefore they use, what is it called? Sleeping pill. Like a diazepam. So tension is because of that. Mental tension is because of lobha and dosa. Kama Vitaka is a lobha. We can say Kama Vitaka means thought with the lobha, with the craving. That is a Kama Vitaka. Because I want to enjoy sensual pleasure. Then that is a Vitaka biyat, you see. Vyavara Vitaka means a thought with the hatred. Viheta Vitaka means when hatred more and more. He has a cruel idea, want to kill, want to hate, want to injure the others. That is a Viheta Vitaka. So Viheta Vitaka is when Vyavara, that is also the thought with hatred. When it becomes stronger, Viheta Vitaka is against karuna, without the compassion. You want to make the other suffer. You want to make the other suffer. That is a Viheta Vitaka. Because of Viheta Vitaka, there is you see, in this war, every day we hear the news, the bomb blast, killing many people, suicide bombers, killing many people. Now it is. So because of Viheta Vitaka, they want to kill many people. This reason. This is the influence of the war. Now it is. Now you see terrorism. Viheta Vitaka. Because of Viheta Vitaka is stronger and stronger. Terrorism appeared, introduced in this world. Is it that? If a Kama Vitaka is in like a Japanese love parade, they had the beautiful ceremonies, love parade like this. Love parade.
Commemorate the fall of the war. All the Germans have been last year. Even the war. Many
people are enjoying and happy. elaborate. Dancing, singing, drinking. So this is because of Kama Vitaka. Kama Vitaka. Vyavara Vitaka means, you see, want to revenge others, want to revenge, hatred. This is nowadays in the world. It is influence, you see. Terrorists appear, terrorism appear because of Vyavara Vitaka, Virinda Vitaka, more and more nowadays. Therefore, how to have a peaceful war nowadays? It's impossible. Such an evil thought we cannot be, and we cannot live in peaceful life. We cannot live in peaceful war. As long as within us, if the Vyavara Vitaka, Vihisa Vitaka arises, we cannot live peaceful life. This individually is not peaceful life. If we can stay with the Dhamma, we can live peaceful life. We must remove, we must abandon such a thought. You see, if you cannot remove Kama Vitaka, Vyavara Vitaka come into being, if you cannot avoid Kama Vitaka. Because want to enjoy, when want to enjoy, the other come in to compete you, then fight. Isn't that? For example, that is something, the beautiful thing. The person want to get, trying to get it. The others also try to get the other. Another person also try to get. They fight each other. Vyavara Vitaka. Because of Kama Vitaka, this is Vyavara Vitaka. If you wish to clarify, there are about 2-3 dogs. They are playing each other. They are playing together. They are quite friendly, the dogs. If you treat a piece of cake or a piece of fish, they will fight each other for that. Isn't that? They will fight each other. Because as long as Kama Vitaka has Vyavara Vitaka come into being. Nowadays, terrorism is because of Kama Vitaka. They want to become rich, more and rich. They cannot stop. More money for them is necessary. Therefore, hatred arises, cruelty arises. Cannot avoid. It's a must remove all thoughts. Kama Vitaka, Vyavara Vitaka, Vihisa Vitaka. How to remove? Next lecture I will explain. Now we have stopped and break. It's okay?